Welcome to LeahDTV, where we kiki about reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy. Tonight, we will be reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 7. Yeah, I'm not sure of the title, but it was a hot mess. I kind of thought it was a filler episode in the beginning, but child, towards the end, it got better. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the most boring couple tonight. Okay, because they never really give us anything, and y'all already know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Noy and Steve, child. So, first off, why for Steve's job they got former engineer? They are. This is embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? Like he the only one without the current job on there. But nevertheless, Steve goes to see Suchi's house, I mean Noy's house, and said that he can't pick up no boo-boo, period. He said he can't pick up poop, he gets nauseous, he passes out, he it's just something he can't do. So he saw Noy's little point apartment. Really, it was just a whole bunch of stuff where Sushi live at, and Noy is just like the guest. Then we see Steve's apartment, okay, because they back from the trip, right? They back from the trip, and this is the episode where everybody see everybody apartment. The only people we didn't see the apartment was Katina and I think Jasmina. I think those are the only two apartments we didn't see. But yeah, so we see Steve's apartment. He is just lighting up, showing Noy, the color of the rainbows on his LED lights. Babe, I didn't even know people over like 25 had LED lights. Steve got LED lights and he 38, but okay, hon. He was very excited. I felt like I was back in pre-K, just learning my colors and whatnot. He was like, we got green, we got yellow, we got blue. Like, okay, Steve, we know our colors, but nevertheless, um, they speak with I'm sorry, not doctor, Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal meets with all the couples this episode and, just help them try to mend the cracks that we already seeing, child, a week in the marriage. So Noy says that she won't budge on 3 kids. Steve says he's okay with having 2 kids, and he says that he's worked with special needs, so he knows that some children need more energy or attention than others, and it might, throw a wrench and a monkey wrench in their plan, and they might not have 3. That's a thing that could happen. And Noah's like, no, I have to have 3. All my cousins have 3 kids. My brother and sister has 3 kids. 3 kids is like the thing. Noy, that's a childish mindset to have. Um, you have to think about what if you cannot have that many kids? What if, like Steve said, God forbid, one has special needs. That you can't just say, this is how it's gonna be. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans because it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go all the time. Like, I don't know why she feel like, oh, I gotta have 3. You have what God bless you with, and hopefully you have 3 healthy children. But let's not say what's gonna happen because it could not happen, and you need to be happy with that regardless. So she did say that that's something she's just not gonna budge on. But my thing is, you need to not budge on Steve not having a job. He's still Steve, no job. So we need to. That should be something you shouldn't budge on. Like last episode when you were saying, "Oh, I love him." Do you love that he don't have a job? Because that's the thing. Y'all on vacation and y'all around palm trees, and now you in love. Ciao, bye. Um, so they bring that up, Steve don't have a job. How do you feel about that? And she starts to get emotional because you know how she grew up, and I think, she grew up in a refugee camp. She starts crying and she's just like, I don't want to have to worry about money. Steve said that he has options, okay? He could get a job. But then he said, if he gets a full-time job, he won't have time to dream and create. What in the hell what is that, hon? Huh? At first, I had faith in Steve, no jobs. I said, okay, Steve, he probably could get a job. He probably got a nice little hunk of savings. But, child, when I heard dream and create, huh? What are you talking about? Dream at 38? Babe, you should have did all the dreaming you had to do. You better go take a nap and dream. Because in the real world, you need to make money. And a lot of it if you want some kids. And it sounds like Noah definitely wants some kids. So what are you dream and create? Baby, that threw me off. That was broke man speech. I ain't know what he was talking about. I kind of had faith, but now I'm looking at him sideways like, I don't know. Maybe your daddy was right. So moving on, let's talk about Olajuwon and Katina. Okay, Olajuwon is excited that there's a little tray in the oven. Okay, he's already asking where the food at. Period. He ready to eat, and he ready for Katina to cook. No takeout. And Katina, she said she never lived with a boy before. I thought that was weird. Why didn't you say man? I would hope you didn't live with a boy, but okay. Elijah Wan says that he's used to eating peanut butter and bread for breakfast, but now that he has a wife, he just can't eat peanut butter and bread for breakfast. Why not? You still surviving. You still look like a healthy, strong young man off that peanut butter and bread. Keep it going. Keep it up. Okay? Nobody told you just because you got a wife, you got a maid, you got a chef, you got Jeffrey from Fresh Prince. You don't got none of that, okay? You got a wife. That's what you got, not a chef. He pisses me off every time he say something about he got a wife now. He can't eat out. Oh goddamn, he can't make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Elijah, stop. It's not giving. Damn. So Olajuwon keeps asking Katina to rate his home, right? When they go to his house, he's like, "Oh, do you like the walls? Do you like the curtains?" She gets silent every time he asks, babe. Cracked me up. She rated the decorations a 5. And I was here for it because they did look old. It looked like his grandma helped him decorate the house. Now, is it great that he has a house for her to move in? Very much so. Very proud of him because a lot of these men don't. Mark. But yeah, like I'm very proud of him that he does have a home for her to go into and whatnot. But yeah, babe, some of those decorations could be changed. We can alter ego it, keep it real cute, give it a touch of feminine. Like she said, she's gonna have to add her touch to it if he wants her to move in. So later on, Pastor Cal comes over and she says she's cooking. And Pastor Cal was like, "Well, when he was talking to us, he didn't tell us that cooking was a deal breaker." She's like, "Oh, really?" And he was like, "Yeah, he didn't say nothing about cooking. That just shows that they lie up until they get picked." Katina said that she is making the easiest meal known to man. Okay, she making some spaghetti, and Cal had to boost her up, talking to someone. "Oh, it smells good in here. What's going on?" Yeah, it's spaghetti, babe. My 8-year-old can make some spaghetti, babe. Noodles, put in the water, let the meat brown. Put some sauce on it, babe. She ain't making nothing extravaganza. Oh, child, bye. Hey, Princess Henderson. Hey, girl. Yeah, so I guess he had to boost her up, but a whole time Olajuwon don't need a cook. I don't know. He just sprung that on somebody. So my wife, I have a vision of my wife, and my wife cooks. He gets on my nerves every time he say that shit. So Cal brings up the horses, right? And asks if Katina feels like she's being heard in this relationship. She lies and says, yeah. Sis, I don't know how, unless y'all having a lot of private conversations, because from what we see, it looks like he's running all over you. That's how it's coming off to us. What I wish Pastor Kyle would have brought up was the mother-daughter broadcast that Olajuwon felt the need to share with the group, that he had to smash the mama and the daughter. That's what he should have brought up, because that was embarrassing for me and my homegirls at home. That was ridiculous. Why would she sit there and act like that didn't embarrass her? Somebody needs to bring it up because it's very frustrating. Cal also asks, have they smashed, right? Elijah said he put a hold on it just because, he didn't want to rush into things. Um, I didn't understand that, but okay. I understand it to an extent because I feel like they're doing good. So why bring sex into it? I mean, they already got a little bit of cracks. But Olajuwon and Katina is not the worst couple on here, surprisingly. Surprisingly. I thought they would have been, but they ain't showing no major cracks, okay? The other four actually are showing way more major cracks than Olajuwon and Katina. So, I don't feel nothing's wrong with them waiting. I don't see anything wrong with it. But Pastor Cal said you need to go ahead and smash her because she might feel like, you're not attracted to her. Elijah one, like, that's ridiculous. She's beautiful. I don't see nothing wrong with what they're doing, honestly. I feel like keep it up. But they probably gonna smash, Next episode we'll probably see her smiling and giddy and Elijah Wan saying they consummated because Elijah Wan, I don't feel like he could hold that in. I feel like we would definitely know. Um, let's move on to Jasmina and Michael. Okay. So, oh Lord, let me get into them. So, immediately once we see them, they're giving very much awkward. Okay. Every time we see a scene with Michael and Jasmina, it's giving awkward. I had high hopes. Let me just start off by saying that I had high hopes for this couple. So Mike says that he is gonna stay in the apartment the first night back home from wherever they was from, babe. And Jasmina says that she needs to check on her dog. Jasmina, you could think of a better excuse than that, hon. But okay, answer you, girl. So of course Mike doesn't like it. He's like, he feels like she's running. Um, he's just annoying. I know he's doing something to her off camera because Jasmina, as pretty as she is, she never smiles. Like, I just want her to smile. Like, are you not happy? Like, it's not looking like she's happy. And it's very sad and depressing to me and my homegirls. So Jasmina says that she did need to leave the house that night to clear her head. She needed some space from Michael. But of course she didn't tell Michael that she made it about her dog and whatnot. So like I said earlier, this episode was about them going to each other's houses. So Jasmina goes to Mike's house to help him get some things to move. And yeah, okay. Mike had a girl roommate. Now, mind you, um, he says that he never told Jasmine because it never was brought up. Meanwhile, this episode, like literally maybe 20 minutes ago, if that, Jasmina asked him, has he ever lived with a woman? He says, no, never lived with a woman. You're a liar. Okay. Mike, I had high hopes for you. But now it's looking like you sneaky and it's looking like you sketchy. Your eyes is looking shifty, and I don't like that. Okay. She seen the girl go into the room, and that's how she found out. He didn't even say that the girl lived there, and she's going through the apartment. Yeah, Princess, two girl roommates. She going through the apartment, asking, "Ooh, what's that? Whose is this?" And the stuff looks feminine, so it's not Mike's stuff. Which just brought her to the conclusion that maybe it's a female here. Okay. But Jasmine is not pressed by this because she lives with a man as a roommate. Okay. I don't understand all this opposite sex roommate. I mean, damn, is Boston that high? But nevertheless, she's not pressed by this, but it's just the fact that Michael kept this from her. Like, especially when she had asked his head ass, has he ever lived with a female? The answer would be yes, Michael. You lied. I do not like that. I do not like that. Okay. Jasmina has every right to be mad. I would have been teed off. Okay. So later on, they're back at the new apartment and she confronts him. She's like, let me ask you a question. Why did you not tell me that you lived with two women? Michael says, well, he goes to the immediate, oh, it's my fault. It was bad judgment. Yeah, I should have told you. Yeah, you should have did that. Okay? I feel like he wants to make it seem like he takes accountability for stuff, but nonetheless, he knows what the hell he's doing is wrong. He knows because even when she asked him in the kitchen, "Have you ever lived with a female?" He looked sketchy then. He was like, "No," like he had to think about it. Like, okay, I could keep lying or I could tell the truth. Michael's not dumb. I don't care what he say. Michael is not dumb. He looks very intelligent. So for him to lie like that, I did not like that at all. And I'm normally on his side, but baby, when you wrong, and when I need to drag, I'm a drag. So Pastor Cal comes over to see them, right? And he asks, how it's going. Jasmina just smiles and nods. Babe, that's the first time I seen her smile in a couple episodes. And it was a fake smile, like this nigga getting on my nerves. That's what that smile was giving. So Jasmina brings up how Michael yelled at her when they were on the honeymoon. And of course he denies it. He's like, I didn't yell at you. I may have said some things in a tone. I may have said some condescending things, but I didn't yell at you. Now you lied about the roommate, so I'm gonna think you lying now. Okay, I'm gonna just go with Jasmina because for you to lie like that with a straight face about them roommates, why would I not believe Jasmina saying that you yelled at her? I believe it, and I really think he got kind of like a little man complex. Like when she was like, "Michael, now come on," you know how you would tell a little kid like, don't lie. Like, come on, Michael. Be honest. Like, I feel like she was talking to him a little bit like that. And he tried to buck up. Like, hold on, don't talk to me like I'm no little dude. He even cut the pastor off. He was like, hold on, Pastor, I gotta say this. I was like, okay, calm down, Michael. Child. All of that to say that Pastor Cal told Jasmina when he gets to yelling or whatever he do, child, she is to say, "I am not your enemy." Like that's supposed to calm him down. Child, bye. I guess try it, but he shouldn't even be yelling at her at all. Like, what gives him the right? You don't know her for real. Y'all ain't been together a week, and even if so, you shouldn't yell at her at all. Cause quiet as it's kept, you lucky to have something that pretty around you, child. So, Princess, you said I hit the I hit the nail on the head. Yeah, because Michael was bugging with them two roommates. Definitely little man syndrome. Definitely, he tried to buck up. Like, ain't nobody trying to downplay you, Michael. Just calm down, my dude. And he was wrong for lying about them roommates. But I see Michael. I'm starting to see all of these men just true color. Speaking of that, I want to talk about Mark and Lindsay just a tad, just a tad. Now I got more on them than I thought I was gonna get this episode, but let's get into it. So the couples, they back in Boston, everybody looking at new apartments. Lindsay immediately, okay, is asking for Mark's dirty clothes, his dirty laundry, so she can wash them, I guess. Um, I feel like Lindsay is trying hard to fall into this what she thinks is wifely duties, and she really just needs to relax. Like y'all ain't even unpack, and you want his dirty clothes to wash them. Is something wrong with his hands, babe? That's why he's so comfortable around you. That's why he's farting and doodling and doing everything else because you try to do everything for him. Let him be a big boy. He was a big boy before he got with you. It's okay. So Mark is still saying she's a lot. She's a lot, she's a lot. That's like his favorite thing to say about Lindsay. I mean, it's true, but that's the only way I've heard him describe Lindsay. Yes, princess, she does way too much. And then she's like wondering why he's hot and cold. He told you what, last episode or the episode before that he don't even know if he needs to be going the pace that y'all are going. Like basically he put the brakes on you, kinda. So she going back and forth, whatever. Lindsay is, I don't know, Lindsay. So Mark and Lindsay show up at his apartment looking like astronauts. They ready to go in and get his stuff. Why are y'all there? First things first. Throw all that garbage away. I would have got somebody to go up in there and throw that SHIT away. Like, I'm not bringing no bed bugs into them new apartments. Babe, I hear bed bugs and I think it's everywhere. I think it's in his clothes, everywhere, okay? And apparently so did Lindsay. Lindsay's a trooper because I definitely wouldn't have went up in that house. Husband or not. It could have been my son. It could have been my grandchildren. I'm not going in no house where it's bed bugs. Period. I'm sorry. I can't. I was starting to itch at home, and I wasn't there. Just thinking about bugs. Listen, I was listen. I can't even talk. Okay. So Mark's apartment looks gross. I think somebody had already went up in there and maybe removed the bed and the furniture. I don't know, but the stuff wasn't in there, and I'm hoping that it always didn't look like that. So it looks like that little weird landlady that Mark probably didn't smash before has went scavenging through his stuff. Either that or she had somebody go up in there and get the bed and the couch out of there. So yeah, giving gross. I started to itch. I guess they moved everything out. Lindsay's like going through plates and cups and glasses, and she's like, "Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you joy?" The answer is no, Lindsay. You ain't gotta be nice about it. Just tell him to throw that stuff up in the garbage, okay? It was giving me hoarders. I was like, is this hoarders or married at first sight? Because it's giving me nasty. All right. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Throw it away. Everything. Throw it away. We got a new bed. You can get clothes. Put it in the garbage. Okay. Um at Lindsay house. She's showing us all of her named pets. Okay, she named her pets Jim and Michael. Very basic names. You might as well name your pets Bob and Sally at this point. Princess, you said I have never went to a in that bug house either. I would have never, girl, ever. He would have no, husband or not. She didn't have to go up in there. That's what I say. She doing too much. Yes, that lady is too bothered. He had to smash her. Talking about the landlady, right? Something went on with them because she is too in his stuff. I ain't never had a landlord all up in my house. Oh, you got bug bugs. Girl, how you know? She is mad that he went ahead and married Lindsay. She wanted some more of that Mark the Shark, okay? So at Lindsay's house, it was given very much Lindsay. I expected the plants, I expected the yoga mats, I expected everything that I seen there. Mark is being very ungrateful. Did y'all peep him? He was complaining about the smallness of her apartment, but she invited him into her apartment whole time he just left rodents. So he should be happy he even got a place to stay. He was like, "Oh, it's no room in here for us." Okay, well, buy her a house then. Okay, like a husband's supposed to do. Don't be in here complaining. It's small because it's only her. What do you mean? That's why I said Mark do got two separate sides. He keeps saying, "Oh, she's a lot," but then he's smashing her. Like, what? Come on, come on. What is it? What is it? Come on. I don't know about Mark. So we see the five cats. They all move in, okay? One big happy family, like the Brady Bunch almost. Lindsay says Mark is hot and cold. Okay. And I can believe it just from what he tells us and then what he tells Lindsay. So Lindsay said that he has two sides and she's seeing a whole bunch of red flags with him. This is what she's physically saying to his face. She's like, I see red flags with you. I'm worried for us. Lindsay says she needs to Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mark says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Lindsay says that she needed a minute, and Mark rudely was like, "Well, if you need a minute, you better get up and walk away." Huh? I didn't even know Mark could be rude. Mark has a very what passive aggressiveness about him. He's not as in your face with the rudeness like Lindsay is, but he could be nasty. I could see it. I could see him saying some mean stuff on the low tip. Like he mean and nasty, but you would never know because he said it in a real regular voice. Princess, you says yes, he was really tripping. He just doesn't want to leave his bag, his bug house. Yeah. I would have been like, well, you stay up in the bug roach infested bed bug rodent house then if you could do better. Why are you complaining? It's just her. It wasn't gonna be a mansion. She got a 1 bedroom apartment. It's just her. Like, calm down. He do too much. Anyway, yeah, so Lindsay goes out on the patio after confronting him about being two-sided and basically two-faced, and she's sitting out there. Pastor Cal comes over. And Lindsay says Mark isn't giving the best version of himself. She feels like he isn't processing the recent changes with his apartment and landlady and all of that well. And she says that he doesn't want to even hold hands anymore after they've smashed a couple times. It's like he's reverting back to a stranger. She's mad at this and she starts to get emotional. She starts crying. She's like, he went from 100 to 0. Pastor Cal says, Mark's afraid. Mark's like, of what? Mark says, Lindsay's a lot. Y'all should already know what he said. This is what he liked to say. Lindsay's a lot. He said on the airplane, it was a lot. He says the intimacy was okay. Okay. And Mark says that he has to go slow. He says the second and third time they had sex, it was just too much. It felt like he wasn't in his body, like he was there, but he wasn't experiencing sex the way he wants to. I guess that's what he was saying. Lindsay says she don't even know what he's talking about. It sounds like he just saying a run-on sentence. And I was like, damn, Lindsay. He started to tear up and everything. I was like, okay, he basically spilling his emotions out to you. And you said he said one big old run-on sentence. So I see the condescending thing Mark was talking about. Um, Mark says that he doesn't want to be treated like he can't do anything. He wants to be a big boy because he is. If you want to be, then tell her you got it. Be alpha. Tell her I got this. Okay, I'm the man. You the woman. Put her. Let her know that you got this. Otherwise, of course, you're gonna want to step up. Um, like I've been saying, Cal basically told Lindsay that she needs to give Mark herself in doses. Like I've been saying from the beginning, you have to take Lindsay in doses. I don't think Lindsay is a bad person, but if personally I knew her and she was a associate or friend, I would have to take her in doses. I could not take all of her at once because she is a lot, in the words of Mark. She is a lot. Do I think she's bad or has mean intentions? No, I don't. I think she's just a lot. So you definitely have to take her in doses. Lindsay wants to know if he's still in it because I guess she feels like um he has backed off from her. But I guess he just, I don't know what Mark is giving me on and off. He's giving me on and off, but Lindsay is also giving me condescending. So what they're both saying about each other is truthful. I just don't know how they're gonna work it out. I mean, they was up there with the couple that might work, but now, I just don't know. Big facts. She's annoying. Yes, princess. Yes, very much so. So now let's move on to Alyssa and Chris. Ciao. Okay, so Chris goes to the apartment. He's looking lonely. So I guess Alyssa didn't come, but Chris feel like he should move in. Why? I don't know. He feels like we need to watch him eat, poop, and sleep alone. Like, boy, why did you even come here? It's getting on my nerves now. He's like, I'm either all in or all out. I need that 1% or I need that 100%. Just go home, hun. She's not even there. Like I said last week, we don't want to see Alyssa eat, poop, and sleep by herself, and I damn sure don't want to see you eat, poop, and sleep by yourself. This is married at first sight, hun. So if y'all not in there together, go home, Roger. At this point, I don't want to see it. So he's saying, oh, I don't even have Alyssa's phone number. There you go. Reason number 365 for you to go home. What are you talking about? So he's really making me mad at this point. I was like, he getting on my nerves now. So we see Alyssa. Alyssa looks happy and refreshed, and she's been away from Chris. She looks very much back in her element since she's been back home. Alyssa says that she learned a lot about Chris by the way he treats her. What is she talking about? I don't know because they edited it out, I guess. We don't see everything, of course, but I picked up what she said. She said how he treats her. So that makes me think, okay, maybe they had more moments just alone where he said something that really affected her, maybe. I don't know. Chris talks to his friend who is just as condescending as Alyssa thinks Chris is. I mean, that guy really thought he was like the best thing since sliced bread, I think. I don't know. He gave very much I am man and hear me roar. Um I don't know. I didn't really like his friend that much. Um Alyssa's mad that Chris put a comment on social media about defunding the police. Now, his friend is a police officer, so he obviously doesn't hate the police. And he wanted to communicate to her about his views on the police and everything like that, but Alyssa goes by hearsay. So he never really had the opportunity to convey why he wrote that or how he really feels about defunding the police because she doesn't talk to the man. Isn't that great? Princess, you said I felt bad for him. Alyssa is the worst person on this season so far. Facts. She definitely is. Very much annoying as hell. Very much, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. No, you're not. You can't fool us. We see you're not. So Alyssa comes by the house, okay? Because y'all know they gotta, I don't know, pretend. So she comes by the house where Chris is at. She has on her overalls, okay? She's living a country life up in Boston. Make it make sense, girl. You should have been in Houston. Did you move here? Because she's not giving an up north girl at all. I'm from up north. She don't give it. She gives I'm supposed to be in the country with the boots and the overalls. I just don't know. I don't like her. So Kyle comes over. Alyssa said Chris isn't her physical type, and she got nervous from the hearsay of his friends. Of course, that's all she goes by. She doesn't believe in talking to people. No, no, no. Why would they do that? She goes by what she heard about you. She's like a middle schooler going around spreading rumors or listening to the rumors. Ooh, I heard you do this. Ooh, I heard you do that. And it's just something I can't deal with. But add a little Karen on it. I heard him say that he's so condescending. And it's just something I can't deal with. It's just something I can't deal with. Alyssa, shut the hell up, please. So Alyssa makes up all these bogus ass excuses about why she didn't move in. She's like, first off, we both have two big dogs, and I just don't know how we would live here with the two big dogs. She's like, I'm allergic to dogs. I know I save animals, and that's what I always say because I want you guys to believe I'm a good person. But I'm allergic to dogs. Okay. Meanwhile, Lindsay and Mark has 5 animals, 5 cats, and they're all up in there. They would have had two, and she's bitching and moaning about it. Like, girl, okay, 2 dogs. You better talk to Lindsay. If you didn't hate her, you probably would know that 2 dogs ain't nothing. So she's making up all these stupid excuses. She's like, the only reason I'm not allergic to my dog is because I've been around her. I really can't stand her. Can they both just go home at this point? Like, just go home. Just please, just get out of my face. This is what I'm thinking. I wrote, can they go home right now at this point? So Chris says, um, for me, this is decision day. I'm glad he said that because I was just thinking it. He says he wants a divorce. I was like, oh, come on, Chris. You do got a little self respect, okay? I thought you was Paige for a minute. I was like, oh, he's the male Paige, but you got some self respect, okay? Alyssa starts to cry. Okay, y'all know what she do. I worked so hard to get here. I worked so hard. And I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I'm not a Karen. I mean, he was aggressive with his hands. He was aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was scared. But I just can't believe he did this. I spent all week with him. I know I didn't live with him. I didn't sleep with him. But, like, I can't believe this. Oh my god. Now you can finally play the victim, Alyssa, because that's what you like to do anyway, right? So I was glad. I was proud. Princess, you said you was proud of Chris. Yes, girl, me too. I was proud of Chris for standing his ground. She was about to embarrass the hell out of him. If he had to stayed in that apartment by himself, that was embarrassing. If they had to gave her her own apartment, I was gonna be done watching because it's just stupid. She's like, "Oh, I was in the process for him. If I didn't want to be here, I would go home." Girl, what are you talking about? You been at home. You ain't been at his house. She gives me annoying, and I'm glad I ain't got to look at her surgically enhanced face anymore. Okay, or her overalls. What are we giving? Are we giving LA surgery or are we giving Texas boots and country? It's very annoying and confusing to me. Princess, you said your little voice got me cackling. Yeah, girl, because she's so scared. She's such a scaredy cat. I can't stand her. Princess, Princess, you said I got wasted taking shots every time she said she was a good person. Right? You could really get wasted, blackout, drunk. She want us to believe she's a good person. That's how you know she not. And how you save dogs, but now you allergic to them. Girl, if you don't get the heck out of here, her crazy self. She is a loony bin. She was gonna go through this whole season faking like she like Chris for a chat. Her lips look scary, very much so. They put too much in there. Whatever it is they be putting in them the women who get those lips, babe, it's too much. Okay, take it down some. But it is pictures of her before and after surgery, so there's that. I'm glad they don't. I hope they don't come back. Please. I hope they're really done. Don't give us a Paige and Chris where they say they kind of done and we still see them all season. Hell no. We need to really be done with them because them two get on my nerves. I can't do it. Chris included because he was acting like he was gonna stay in the apartment by himself. Why did you even come, sir? Both of them. Take them away. Put them in the trash. Put them away. We only need 4 couples this season. It's cool. So yeah, y'all, that brought me to the end of my review. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please like the video. Like it before you head out. Comment what you thought of tonight's episode. And yeah, just don't forget to subscribe before you head out as well. My subscribers are at a standstill. I'm not sure why. YouTube be hating, but you can't stop the train though. Also, some announcements. I am in school full time. I work full time. And yeah, that's why my reviews have been a little late or non existing. But my Married at First Sight will still be coming on schedule. Okay. Princess, you said, love you, Leah. Love you too, Princess. Love you too, girl. Thank you for watching. Monique, you said, have a good night, everyone. Like, and subscribe. Thank you, Monique. I love you too, girl. You always watching. I love all y'all. Everybody that support me and watch my little channel. I appreciate you guys. Share the video. All of that good stuff. I will see you on my next review. All right. Ta-ta.